Welcome to another video from Avenue X looking at Chinese dramaland in the past week. First, dramas that have gone live. The Huai Shui Zhu Ting from iQIYI Loving Pavilion and The Secret Path, 绝密较量, both have aired on 28th. I've already ranted about them in my Thursday video. If you're curious, you can go and check that one out. On the same day, we also had a Mango television drama on the 28th, 40 episodes, 落花时节又逢君, Love Never Fails. Originally led by Yuan Bingyan and Liu Xueyi, now led by Hu Yixuan and Liu Xueyi, due to Yuan Bingyan's tax evasion problem that took place a few years ago that basically got her cancelled, and everything she's done that didn't air up to that point couldn't get aired unless it gets treatment. And this is one of those dramas. They found Hu Yixuan to replace her, to fill up all the shots that needs the female lead to be there, but then it's not possible to fully face swap. So this is the first reshoot plus AI face swapping of the lead character idol fantasy drama of a proper size, 40 episodes, that got released in China. When you're watching the drama, you're constantly wondering within this shot whether the female lead is face swapped or reshot, or if it's her back of her head in the two person's dialogue, whether it's Yuan Bingyan or Hu Yixuan, because apparently the things that don't need to get changed still has Yuan Bingyan in it. Super wide shot, only her back, it's still her, but then once you can see the face, it's Hu Yixuan. So it becomes a really funny detective drama for people to watch. Also, they're trying to tell between shot and shot which one is 4 years ago Liu Xueyi or Ao Ruipeng, because they are the lead of the drama, and who is the last year Liu Xueyi and Ao Ruipeng when they did the reshoot. So the drama itself is not as interesting as what happened to the drama. And another thing that's really funny about it is the title is 落花时节又逢君 in Chinese, which comes from a line of poetry, means at the time when the flowers are withering and falling away, I meet you again. That is being believed by audiences in China as a chen, which is something you said that jinxed something. Because the title is When the Flower Falls, I See You Again. So flower in the drama also represents the female lead because she is a flower. So you can think of that represents the first actress who basically got cancelled. You meet the drama or you meet the male lead again. You see how weird the title is kind of reflecting what happened to the drama. And I've watched a couple of episodes. It's a very average idol drama of very typical character setup. So familiar that you've seen it a million times. Nothing new happens in this drama at all. The only reason I'd say people probably want to check out is either they really like the leads or they just really want to see whether they can tell. Is it AI face swapping? And it does look a little bit outdated now, since it's 4 years old. Then on the 30th, last day of April, Contenders from Tencent, we've talked about multiple times, aired. So-called 48 episodes, but actually only 20 episodes, drama from Changxing Chuanmei. Pretty much the same group of people making and acting in the drama Strange Tales of Dynasty are planted into this drama. It's watchable. It's definitely not the cheaply made, not making sense drama, but it's heavily dubbed, apart from a couple of old actors, and it also involves a lot of Hong Kong actors, so naturally they would have to be dubbed, otherwise their Mandarin wouldn't work. So it creates this slightly weird sense of occasionally you think you are watching a Hong Kong movie, occasionally you think you are watching a Chinese drama mainland, and it's keep jumping between that. At least to my ears, it sounds a little bit weird. If you're curious, I think you can give it a try for a few episodes. It's very short. Every episode is like within 20 minutes. Then we do have a drama that has announced it's gonna go live on May the 7th on the platform Tencent. A 24 episode contemporary drama called 亲爱的仇敌, Dear Enemy. It is focused on 3 ladies who are good friends, Chen Yanxi, Gao Ye, and Wan Peng. And Chen Yanxi plays a woman who's married, and the husband is, well, cheating on her and not being a good guy. She wants out of the marriage, but she also wants to teach the guy a lesson. So her girlfriends, the 2 girls, got together with her and did a master plan of, well, getting rid of the husband, but also not making him take away anything that she deserves type of situation. And the bad guy is played by Lu Fangsheng, who's a pretty good actor. I think he will be a very convincing bad guy. And Yuan Hong is also featured in this drama. I will do my best to check out, and if it's worth watching, I'll let you know. Then we have dramas that have gotten their license or just wrapped shooting. For the licensed dramas, first you have the Tencent 40 episodes period idol drama, Shan He Zhen. Fight for Love is the English title, led by Ding Yuxi and Song Qian. Based on an existing novel, I believe the setup is the male lead and his sister-in-law it is a little bit interesting to me just because I never pictured these two people together. They belong to two generations of actors, really. Ding Yuxi is a younger generation for sure. And as for Song Qian, she's a brilliant dancer, brilliant girl band singer dancer, no question about that, one of the best of her generation. But in terms of acting, she is yet to prove that she is really good. So let's wait and see if they can work out some magic. The other drama that has also gotten its license this week is another period drama from Tencent, 32 episodes. More like a comedy, happy domestic drama, 艳遇永安. Yummy, yummy, yummy. The title kind of is telling you it's gonna be about food. It's led by Li Yunrui and Wang Yinglu, and it's a story set in Tang Dynasty, and it's about people running a restaurant. I do think the original IP has some 穿越 element involved in it, but I don't know if the final drama actually has it. Anyway, that one is also ready to air, and I want it to be happy and funny and cute. If it works out well, it's gonna be a pleasure to watch. Those are the two dramas that have gotten their license. Then we have a drama that just wrapped, and previously I wasn't aware of it. I guess I'm just too slow to catch up everything. It is called 造成者, The City Maker, 36 episodes. It is a realism drama, and it is one of those more heavyweight proper things. It's led by Huang Xiaoming and Zhao Liying. It is set in 1980s at the beginning of the economy policy shift of last century in China, where our main characters are people who got put into a location to literally build a new town. That's why it's called The City Maker. You're gonna definitely see architects, city planners, people who work in construction, all involved in this story, and kind of my dad's generation. Literally, it's like my dad's generation and his job. I mean, I hope this drama does justice to that generation of builders of China, and it's gonna take a while before they can finish post-production. So we're looking at fastest end of this year or next year. Then we have many dramas that are already shooting, about to start shooting, will shoot in a couple of months' time, will start shoot in half a year's time, all lined up today in the video. So let's get through them. First, dramas that are already shooting. It was last week or the week before, I can't remember. I mentioned the project started shooting led by Li Yitong and Li Xian, 民国 setting mystery drama. Do you still remember? Called Chang Feng Qi. That drama has finally officially started promoting. They have their account. They released their opening ceremony photos. I'll just put it here. So that's a real project ongoing. And I forgot to mention, I think, if I forgot, well, now you know, the director is Yang Lei, who is the same director who did Three Body. That feels like a little bit safety net and guarantee for the quality of the story because Yang Lei is a pretty good director. There's also another drama that has been shooting for at least 2 to 3 weeks. This is a drama, 12 episodes from iQIYI. By hearing that, what do you think? 迷雾剧场. Again, mystery, murder, that type of stuff. And if you look at the synopsis, it's even more familiar. It is another story set at the end of last century, beginning of this one, in a factory environment somewhere in China where a huge case happened, explosion that killed people. And then the people who are dead, their kids, decided to investigate what really happened. It's definitely gonna involve, within that factory's environment, corruption, people's secret, selling state-owned properties for profit, like the similar things happened in Life for Life recently. And iQIYI has done so many dramas of the same nature, same setup, same style, even same camera style, that this is, in my opinion, just another one. So I'm a little bit disappointed that they're so not inventive these days with those story. I'm happy that this story is led by Jiang Xing and Chen Zheyuan. They're playing elder sister and younger brother. I'm curious only to see how they could work out a sister and brother relationship. I've never imagined these two working together, so I'm curious in that aspect. The other thing is this is shot in Chongqing. So you're gonna see rain, you're gonna see heat, you're gonna see topography and river, and the sense of murder is imminent because it's China's on-screen capital of crime. It's been shooting for more than 2 weeks, I think. It's just like, now I finally let you know. And because of my recent outburst and outlet of my frustration against iQIYI, honestly, I don't have a very good outlook for this project. The best is it gets buried among all the other projects that look exactly the same from iQIYI. The worst is it makes some stupid mistake like drifting away and just lit a firecracker under the ass of the platform and blow it up. I don't know which one is the better one. Honestly, I don't care either. I'm just here to eat melons and drink tea. Next would be another very familiar type of drama that, again, frankly speaking, don't have a good outlook on it at all. Drama, 咸鱼飞升. The title is so web novel, yes, because it's based on a web novel. English title is Live Long and Prosper. Spock, what do you think? And this is based on, well, a novel with that title. 咸鱼 is salted fish. In Chinese colloquial term these days, it means someone who has given up trying. They're basically laying flat, laying down, let it go, not putting any effort in trying to change the situation. They're just like, wait there for things to happen type of situation. 飞升 is ascension. So someone who's like that somehow ascended. And guess who would be the perfect person to play that role in the popular drama land? Wang Hedi. And then the female lead is Li Qing. But I think it's a male lead drama. Like the girl is just adds on. The actual story is about the guy, and it's a 仙偶, so it still has some cultivation, immortals, like that type of thing involved. This time it's a mango drama and it's already shooting. To me, Wang Hedi, the only thing that ever worked in his acting career, like properly, is Cang Lanjue, and then the drama with Qin Lan. Those two dramas I've watched, I think like he was actually an actor in those two dramas. And the other ones, And then ever since the success he's gotten after Cang Lanjue, things start to just go weird. And by the time Da Feng Da Geng Ren came around, it's like the point where I gave up on hoping he could really be a proper actor. So this one, sorry for being very negative, but I wouldn't give it a very positive prediction of its outcome. Then we have 4 more. We'll start shooting projects, and they each are individually really different. First, there is a drama that's rumored to start shooting very soon. This is a proper big drama. It's also from iQIYI, but it's also from Zhengwu Yangguang. And when you hear Zhengwu Yangguang, you kind of can feel iQIYI would have very little to do with the content. It will be mostly directed by Zhengwu itself. iQIYI is only acting as the platform of doing it. That's how they've been working together in the past. For this drama, title is 生命树, literally means the tree of life, created by Gao Mantang, who is a very famous Chinese scriptwriter, drama maker for years. It's gonna be directed by Li Xue, who is one of the top tier directors of Zhengwu Yangguang, so that's like safely guarantee the quality of the story there. It's led by Yang Zi and Hu Ge. Both of them have previously worked with Zhengwu Yangguang in their major productions, 40 episodes, featuring based on real history things in the last 2 to 3 decades in China, mostly from 90s to early 2010s, and this is set in Tibet. And this is very specific about a group of people who work in protecting its natural environment and its wild species, namely the very famous Tibetan antelope, who had really bad poachers problems back in the 90s to the point that the whole species is on the brink of extinction. And then China put a huge effort into stopping that, and in the process many people died. And so that was mostly happening in the 90s, early 2000s, and a lot of Chinese people know about that story but probably don't know too much detail about it, so it's worth making it into a drama. Now in the 2020s, it's in a different stage, but there are still people stationed up there in Tibet, in that region, to protect and to monitor the movement of the herd of that animal and other wildlife, environmental protection. So this story is very worth telling. I think recently I've just saw a documentary of in 2025, for example, what's still going on. The people who are stationed up there, they still need to go on a rotation. They only go up there like half a year. Everything needs to be brought in. The water is undrinkable naturally there. Food never gets properly cooked because the air pressure is not enough. It's extremely difficult situation. Nothing grows there. But to protect wildlife, people have been generation after generation working their ass off and literally sometimes their life off over there. So this story, Tree of Life, is about that part of Tibet. Very worth telling story. And then it's Zhengwu, it's proper size, it's Hu Ge and Yang Zi. Like when it starts shooting, it's gonna be followed by people with telescope, I'm sure. You probably wouldn't see it until next year, but this is a major production coming up. And honestly, with this casting choice, I'm more worried about Yang Zi than worried about Hu Ge. Yang Zi has moved on so far away from being the proper drama series actress. She's completely embraced the route of being a traffic actress. There are things she's done that cannot be undone. I don't know like whether she's the perfect suitable person for a heavy realism drama these days. Even her face doesn't quite really fit. Moving on to the next project, which would be a complete bad news. And probably it's made for laugh. It's a Mango project. It's gonna start shooting in May. It is a remake of Huan Zhu Zheng, Return of the Pearl Princess. I say it's a remake because it's not the proper remake. It's a short drama, 15 minutes per episode, 30 episodes, and it's not actually Huan Zhu Zheng. It's about a contemporary girl who time traveled or book traveled into the world of Pearl Princess and meeting all the main characters. And it's her story. So the lead character is a contemporary time travel person, making 小燕子无阿哥尔康子薇 into supporting roles of her story. I think it's made for laugh. It probably will be laughed at and ranted about when it comes out. It will be ridiculous. This is also what happens to a writer when you die. Unfortunately, as a writer, if you got famous enough in your lifetime, but you die, your babies that you've left in this world will start to get all types of weird adaptation parents that will Frankenstein them into whatever. Xu Ke has been doing that to Jin Yong, and now Mango is doing that to Qiong Yao. Less than half a year after she passed away, Mango has started to dig its knife into her babies. What a wonderful world. So, honestly, I don't think it's gonna turn out to be good for anybody. We shall wait and see how ridiculous this project is eventually gonna turn out. To soothe your pain, there's another good news about a drama that will not start shooting until summer, August, but it's confirmed. The second season of Wenxin, The Heart. Yes! I'm so happy I made the edit at the beginning of this year, a year and a half late, because it aired in 2003. October. I love this drama. Best medical drama I've seen in the last couple of years in China. I love the Three Musketeers, the characters played by Zhao Youting, Jin Shijia, Mao Xiaotong, and they're coming back. Original cast. Another 40 episodes, same production company, same team. Although it probably is gonna be very traumatic because based on the synopsis, it's just not gonna be very well, like nice for the leads because obviously the first drama has already set up one of the main characters has a hereditary heart condition that's just always gonna play a part in his relationship with everyone. It's just gonna get worse in the second one. I'm excited. I don't care. I want to see these three people coming back as the Three Musketeers and please make it work. It would be so sad for me if the second series does not do justice to its original series and the characters. I'll be devastated. As if that's not enough, there's already talk about in Q4 this year, we're gonna have a drama start shooting and it's been in preparation for ages. Literally for like 2-3 years, this title and this drama has been out there, getting ready, casting, not confirming. Finally, I think it's confirmed. It is a major historical period drama, which is a rare thing now these days in Chinese dramaland. Every period drama you can think of is a fictional setting. This one, in this title, is already a historical because it has the historical figure's name in it. 风和境起, Zhang Ju Zheng. Zhang Ju Zheng is a very famous Ming Dynasty premier, one of the most important official that whole dynasty has produced. Apart from its founding fathers and the generals and a couple of really important people, in Ming Dynasty, he would be the next most famous person of those 300 years. So this guy is so well recorded and very interesting political figure. And this project has been talked about for years. It's gonna be done by Xinli, which is the major production company that has a multitude of complicated history in its background that we're not gonna go into details here. Just know it's the dad of Joy of Life, and it is the children of the Beijing Circle. Anyway, this is gonna be a 40 episodes proper historical Ming Dynasty setting drama about the premier Zhang Ju Zheng, and now I think it's confirmed the actor is gonna be Hu Ge. Whether him playing the Tibetan antelope protector that's gonna get shot very soon from Zhengwu or from Xinli later this year. Like these are two major heavyweight roles. If either of these two dramas succeeded at the end as a proper big one, successful, good response and everything considered, we can then really say Hu Ge is the luckiest actor of his generation in China. No one compares, not even close, okay? Because this guy landmarked himself in the perfect way of perfect major weight projects. As an actor, he would have had the best luck, not as other things, I don't know, but as actors. So looking forward to Tree of Life and this Zhang Ju Zheng biography drama. The other thing about this historical is it's going to be directed by Wang Jun. Interesting. Because this director has done very good historicals before, but he has also flopped epically. Current, A Better Life. Youku, Sun Li, Dong Zijian is also directed by him, which is pretty good. Previously, Ru Yi Zhuan, when the drama aired, Rui's Royal Love or whatever, was okay. But then 7 years later, last year, 2024, the drama epically flopped in China 7 years after it aired due to a lot of unbelievable crazy things. If people want to know, I can make a video talking about that because in itself, it's an epic, never seen before, how boomerang can hit you even though 7 years has passed situation. Anyway, so ever since that drama flopped 7 years after it aired, his reputation among the general public of drama viewers in China at least is on this weird, you can't tell whether it's up or down thing. It could be very bad, it could be very good. I mean, he overall actually is still a pretty good director. Finally, to wrap up today's video, which is already very long, we have a few things on the film land that I want to mention. First is, there is this full-size 2D animation that has just released a trailer and announced August the 2nd, it's gonna get released in China in cinema. I wish I would be there because I would go and spend money and buy the ticket just to support it. It is the animation feature film length of the short animation we've seen 2 years ago, 3 years ago from 中国奇谭 on Bilibili. I've talked about that series of short animations that got put together as the story of China. Each one is about 10 minutes and it's about 9 short stories, all different animation style. The first one that came out that year was this one's original story, and it's called Nobody. That's the short animation. Now, this animation got expanded into a full-length one, and it's gonna go into cinema, and it's the same group of people making it, the same style, it's still the same character you've seen in the short animation, and it's adorable. I'm so happy, because 2D animation these days are on the brink of total death. In the world, most animation studios only bother to make 3D because 2D is too hard to make actually. And I'm just so happy that there are still people making it. And it's from those adorable characters you've seen in the short animation. And then finally, to wrap up, during this week, we've also had Huabiao happening in China, which is a major film award, but it's more like a political governmental level award instead of like Golden Rooster, that type of more within the industry itself award. This is more like official message of what type of projects and people we think should get recognition. So this is a very important film award, and its best pictures are always awarded to multiple movies. So it's not just one movie. This time includes a few major productions that has happened in the last 2 years. They're all pretty fair and square, and the big ones all ended up on the list. Then the more important thing I think is the best actor went to Zhang Yi, a proper actor, for his performance in 三大队. Although I don't think the movie is that good, him as an actor for the second time getting Huabiao is pretty fair. Then the best actress went to Hui Yinghong. She's the veteran actress from Hong Kong and finally gotten a major governmental film award. And this is like a choice that nobody can say anything against it. It's like so earned. She should have gotten it a long time ago. And she's a brilliant woman and great actress and legend, to say the least. So very happy to see that. I'm also really happy to see Guo Fan getting director award because this is a signal basically coming from to say we need new faces, new people, new generation of directors who come from a different background, who look at film industry in a different way, who do groundbreaking things like making a proper sci-fi in China instead of repeating, regurgitating the old things that seems to be outdated now. He represents the new generation of directors and not the popular type in the industry, let's be honest, because they pull up the standard so much that it makes everybody who are not working hard and still making money looks like a joke. The whole 全靠同行衬托 thing from Wen Kexin. So he's not really a very popular figure in film industry because it has a lot of established old family, old group of people who just want to get easy money and control, the power to define what is good and bad. And those older directors in China who are still having a lot of power but who are definitely getting way too old for their own good and for the industry's good really need to get phased out and leaving space for the longevity and development and health of film and television industry. They should leave. Not like they should physically disappear, but move away, retire, do other things, take care of your grandchildren and go fishing. Don't mess up film land anymore because you're too outdated and you are impeding its healthy development. I'm happy to see young directors like Guo Fan are getting support from the official side of things. It's metabolism of the world. Old things will get eventually phased out. It's just sometimes you wish it could happen sooner than later. Anyway, that should be the end of this video. Thank you for watching Avenue X. Hoping you are having a good time. It's May already. Ready to welcome Winnipeg caterpillars. Please take care. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.